What's up guys, Barry Gaming here, back with more Idle Heroes, and today we're taking a little step back in our support guide. We're not going to go with those top tier, great in PvE, great in PvP ones. We're going to do something a little different for the next two videos. We're going to pick the support heroes that they're good in certain niche specific scenarios, but not necessarily good everywhere. But they also make decent early game heroes that you can create for Sealand and convert into food at a later point. So they're very good, especially like for Sealand, Forest, and Fortress. We'll go over those two in the upcoming ones. We're going to do Emily right now and then Rosa. But let's start with Emily. So Emily is in the Fortress faction. Most people don't know much about her because she is not a heavily used hero. But the great thing about Emily is if Penny is your first E5 hero, Penny can get you to Sealand 20. But the only way she can do that is with major support from Emily, Valentino, Bleeker, Sierra, those types of heroes. But in my opinion, Emily is the most important and is an excellent candidate for support to take up to 10-star first. She will help your team immensely. I think what I did even on when we cleared Sealand 20 and Fortress, we used two of them, I believe. We used at least a 10-star and like a 5-star. Maybe it was a 9-star. I don't know. We'll throw that footage in here a little bit later on. But let's go over Emily and see why she is a great support hero in Sealand. And honestly, even decent in PvP early game if you are building your Penny as your first E5 hero. Her active skill deals damage against all enemies, and it reduces every one of them by 40% precision. So that means your team has a higher chance to block attacks, and precision is straight attack as well. So if the target has precision, you lower it by 40%. You're lowering the damage by about, what is it, like 10% or something like that? Probably should have looked that up before I made this officially, but precision also gives targets attack. I think it's like at a 1-to-3 ratio, something like that, so about 33% of it. So, you know, you're lowering their damage by about 10 to 15% as well. It also increases the speed by 30, which isn't a big deal, and attack by 20% for 3 rounds. So this is huge. The whole point of Penny and Fortress Sealand is getting those big crits early on, wiping out the minions and going one-on-one versus the boss. What this does is increases your attack by 20%. So if you have two Emilys with energy artifacts using their active skill before Penny uses really any attacks round 2 and onward, you're adding 20 to 40% more attack. That's a lot of damage. And it really adds up. You notice a difference instantly when you put an Emily in your Sealand team. Also great for PvP as well, lowers incoming damage, makes your team faster in early game PvP to guarantee that your Penny attacks first and gets that huge splash damage, and then also 20% attack. That doesn't hurt, that adds up really fast. Her first passive, because she is not a big elite hero, you don't get many passive skills on these, but HP speed, decent for PvP, pretty much all you need. The HP helps a ton in Sealand so that she can get multiple attacks off. When it comes to her second passive, her basic attack targets 3 random enemies. Really not there for the damage, but it also reduces their crit chance by 20%. So if Emily can live past 1 round, she can either use this round 1, or with an energy artifact, use this round 2. It'll just lower the incoming damage to your whole team, especially your Penny, and make it that much easier for Penny to live in Sealand. The last passive skill we have is another huge one for Penny. When below 50% health, so when it says while below 50% health, that means similar to with Cruz that we went over in the previous video, you have to fall between 50% health and 1% health. If you are one shot, Courageous 3 does not proc. It does not happen. You have to have at least 1% health left for this to activate. But when you do, it increases all of your allies by 29% attack and reduces all enemies 29% armor. That is huge. So your one Emily is giving your Penny 49% attack increase. That is huge. And then on top of that, you're lowering the armor of the enemy, which just means more damage. More damage, more damage everywhere. Emily is all about buffing your attack on your allies and lowering armor and crit on your enemies. I hope you can kind of see why. If you are struggling in Sealand Fortress, you really need to use an Emily. You need to. She is so good. Amazing. When it does come to Sealand, we had to level up our treasure a little bit, our stone a little bit. We couldn't get away and have her live in Sealand 20 with a fearless armor, because you really want to live one attack and fall below 50% health. So what we had to do is we had to use split gear. So normally, pretty much what you do on any support hero, you want to have 2 different tiers of armor, even if it's 5 and 4, if that's all you have, or 4 and 3, whatever. You want to try to use your highest armor pieces because they natively have higher HP. As you can see here, you get quite a bit more health natively. And then also the percent is higher too, but use whatever combo you can. And if you do use Emily, of course energy is the best. I feel like energy is the best, but if you need her to live and she's dying in one shot, fearless armor is great to use as well. That'll let her proc her last passive, which increases your attack and lowers their armor. Amazing. Enables, you really shouldn't need to take Emily past 10 star. Not really going to talk about it. If for some reason you do, which I highly recommend you don't, because the whole point of building a 10-star Emily is once you clear Sealand, you can then just use her as food for your next damage dealer, Amun-Ra, support, whatever. So, skin really doesn't do anything too important. It makes her a little tankier if you need her, but don't go for a skin. It's one that you can't normally get anyway, since it is a special event skin. So don't worry about that too much. But yeah, overall, the whole highlight of her is getting off an active attack. The basic isn't important, but definitely getting Courageous 3 off, getting this to proc, and yeah, you'll just see such benefits. Alright guys, let's try to jump over and see how she works out in PvP. Try to find someone that doesn't have like a hugely powerful team. It might be good actually going up against something like this. Yeah, I think this could work. I don't think we're going to completely overpower them. Maybe. You know what we'll do? We'll even drop out you and throw in, let's just throw in some random hero. One Horus, but hopefully this will let you see what it looks like for Emily's abilities to go off. Let's see, so you got her basic attack, you get the crit reduction, which is great. Let's keep on going a little further. Oh, of course she gets twined, so we don't get to see the attack. But hopefully that means we'll get to see her drop below 50% health. Let's see. Not quite yet. Oh, we're close. Alright, so we drop below 50% and you get to see that debuff right there. That armor reduction that you see on all of them. That's from Emily's ability. Lowers their armor, increases allies' attacks. You can see all these attack stacks that just keep buffing up. Let's jump in one more. Put a little bit. Let's see. I think this should work. We should be able to get away with this. So she uses her basic attack. It hits 3 targets. You see that crit reduction right there. Oh, she got twined yet again. Oberon, leave her alone. She's still holding strong. Okay, so now you see that. You see this this shield right here. This means lower attack or lower armor. And then over here you see the speed icon right here and the attack. That's her buffs right there. That is amazing. And now you see a second one because she has 2 different buffs on the entire team. The speed definitely helps. It definitely helps. But again, she's not here for damage. She's not here for healing, that's for sure. She's here for support. And by supporting properly, you can build a much better team. And in this situation, we used her for Sealand. Once we got Sealand done, we regressed our pennies, put them into our nice warrior team, And now she's there just for food. So she served an amazing purpose, getting us the most important part of the game done, Sealand 20, and now she's ready to become food for maybe our next Asmodel we're going to build. But basically, we have the food now to build our next E5 hero, E3 hero, whatever you want to build. But yeah, she's there to be that amazing support hero, get you through Sealand, and then power up your team when you're done. So I hope you guys understand a little bit more about Emily's power, especially in Sealand. If for some reason you're still confused about how good she is, or if you want to see what she's like in action in Sealand, go check out some of our Sealand videos on the channel. We have, I think, Sealand 12 through 20 in Fortress. We did the whole thing live. We got recording of it. Go check it out. See her power in action. I think we even used a 5-star for quite a while until we had to switch to Valentino. So check it out. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.